Welcome to the last show in the first season of Oldmaninbaggies. For the last time, the birds are singing and the dogs are barking. I'm Doug Folks, your regular, quite old mountain biker, and for the past 9 months I've been riding a whole bunch of different e-bikes. Why? Well, I was a bit overwhelmed and I had a lot of questions and no answers. After 10 months, I've got a whole bunch of answers, still a few questions, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I've learned. Before I give you my thoughts, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who supplied me with bikes. Without you guys, obviously I wouldn't even have had a show. To Leonardo at Flandria, to Johan at Bike Addict, to Anthony from Forestal, Devolt at Helsend, Ollie from Piger, and James from Specialized. Thank you. I think it's important to say at this point that right from the start, I came into this whole process wanting to ride an e-bike. But I was just overwhelmed with all the options out there, the different brands, motors, batteries, different sizes, different weights. It was all just a little bit too much. So, in a nutshell, what have I learned? Well, I'm afraid it all comes down to what type of rider you are, and more importantly, what you want from your mountain biking experience. I've put the bikes that I've ridden into different categories, and here are my thoughts. The second bike that I rode was the entry-level Bianchi T-Tronic hardtail. Now this was a lot of fun and ideal if you're thinking of trying e-bikes for the first time and you're on a budget. The last bike that I rode was a gravel e-bike. Now for me this was something completely different and a bit of an eye-opener to a different sport. If you do a lot of gravel riding, you like the speed and you're happy to forego the comfort of thick tyres and full suspension, then definitely give them a go. Lightweight mid-assist bikes are very popular and I've really enjoyed riding the Specialized Turbo Levo and Canevo SLs, the Forestal Scion and the Trek Fuel EXE. These bikes, being lighter, certainly feel more like an analog bike, which again might suit you if you're thinking of emigrating to pedal assist. The less powerful motor and the smaller battery capacity do allow you to have more of a workout, and they will stop helping you sooner. Not a problem if you do a lot of bike park or flow trail riding, or your rides last around 2 to 3 hours. And lastly, the big boys. The full power, full fat bikes that I've ridden are firstly the Giant Stance, the Scott 930 E-Ride, the Piger Evolve, and briefly the Specialized Turbo Levo. Now these bikes offer more powerful motors, which means more assistance and bigger batteries, which in turn means you can ride for longer. But they are heavier. So if you like to ride for 4 hours plus, or you do lots of really technical, more rugged riding, then you don't want to worry about running out of battery. This style of bike then I would say is more for you. And speaking personally, this is where I found my sweet spot. Lots of power. You can always tone down the assistance levels if you're riding with friends on analog bikes, and no chance of running out of watts. To answer the second part of my earlier statement, what do you want from your mountain biking experience? I'm going to turn to a comment that was made to me by Ollie from Piger. We all love riding our bikes, but for different reasons, and here's just a short list that you can add to yourself. Whether it's spending time with friends, getting out in the fresh air, keeping fit, having a break from work, enjoying the countryside, learning new skills, exploring new areas, getting fitter and stronger. There's a whole bunch of reasons. I suggest you rank all the reasons you ride a mountain bike, and if getting fitter and stronger is near the top, then maybe right now is not the best time for you to be riding an e-bike. But if it's down the bottom, as it is for me, then you are a prime candidate for an e-bike. And here, to wrap things up, is my last comment of the season. Riding an e-bike is not about being lazy. I'm nearly 61 and I've been involved in sports all my life. In the past 10 years, I've had arthritis, which has led to a full hip replacement, and that was 18 months of serious rehab. And then, just as things were getting better, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And almost 2 years later, and in fact just yesterday I was given the all clear, which is amazing, it's made me realise that getting old isn't for sissies. For me, an e-bike has allowed me to keep doing what I love, and that is ride more trails. And finally, I hope that this season's shows has given you some information to help you decide to do more of what you love. I'll see you next season.